Hi, everyone. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to take a moment to shout out my film crew back here. This is Frankie. Isn't he cute? I had to have him because A, I'm a toddler, and B, he's hot pink, which is my favorite color, that magenta color. So yeah, I had to pick him up. It's like a Valentine's Day score / after Valentine's Day, you know, for 50% off. Who says that it wasn't February 15th instead of 14th? So anyways, moving on. Okay, I'm in my robe and I'm halfway getting ready, but my best friend I got a request for me to record the way I do my eyeshadow. So like an eyeshadow tutorial on the way I do it. And then I got to thinking, well, absolutely. First of all, ask and you shall receive, 100%. And while we're doing that, I will discuss things with you, you know, blab as I usually do. But I'm going to be doing something a little different today because well, not different, but I'm using a particular type of eyeshadow that I am harboring every little glitter piece in here. And I'll talk about that. So if you want to see how I do my eyeshadow and hear me blab and discuss, you know, unimportant worldviews, stay tuned. All right, so as per request, I am going to do an eyeshadow look today and show you step by step how I do mine. Now, I need to say this will vary for everybody in a different way, only because everybody has different types of eyes, different styles of eyes, you know, almond shape, wide set, close set, I mean, just the list goes on. So how I do my eyeshadow might not necessarily look good on your eyes, or not that it won't look good, it just might not bring out your best features the way it would on your eyes, because everybody has a specific type. So I'm just gonna do my thing, and then if anybody wants to see like, oh, how can this work for my eyes, then you'll just let me know, right? And then we'll talk about that. But in this process, I'm gonna do my eye makeup, but I wanted to start out by saying, 40 and several years ago, your girl worked for M.A.C Cosmetics, and it was a really fun time in my life. It was crazy, it was busy, it was crazy, but it was just a lot of fun, and I learned a lot, and I was like still kind of wet behind the ears when I started, even though I had already previously worked for other companies. I was learning so much, and then M.A.C had a certain way of doing things, and I just fell in love with it, and I fell in love with the culture because, you know, at the end of the day, she's a drag queen deep down inside. I've been in love with RuPaul since I was a little girl, so I just love full glam. I always have. And when I was working there, we used to get this stuff called gratis, which, if you know, you know. Gratis is free product that we would get when the new pieces would come out, or the new lines would come out. Everybody would get, you know, a couple of free pieces of gratis. Well, M.A.C has these things called pigments, and they're the loose pigments that you can put on an eyeshadow. And I'm only saying this because not everybody knows, but a lot of people know, but not everybody knows. So just in case there's somebody that doesn't know, the loose pigments are a part of their eyeshadow line, and you can use them for pretty much anything if you want, but really they were meant for eyes. And they come in these little stackable, or not stackable, these little tiny jars. Now, they have a few staple colors that they have in their line that they kind of always have kept. And then throughout the years, they brought in, you know, limited editions, and they brought in colors that they didn't necessarily work, and then they would take them out, like tan, and I mean, a bunch of other colors, right? Melon wasn't always there for a while. Melon's back, so guess where she's going today? She's going to go get her a melon, because I didn't know they had it back in stock. But anyways, I digress. My absolute favorite thing that M.A.C ever produced is this little pigment right here called Pink Bronze. And it's very old. This jar, I'm not proud of this, and I'm gonna put it in my eyes today. So if I die, I die. But I got this in 2011, and it is an absolutely stunning color. And if you know M.A.C pigments, the best way I can describe this is you see that? They not like us. They're not like you, girl. Okay, so Pink Bronze is really a color of like if melon and rose had a baby. It's just a beautiful bronzy color, but with that pink iridescent tint to it. Oh, it's stunning. in the beginning, I used it on a lot of brides. I've done it for proms. I've done it for, it's just a beautiful color. And nowadays, the girls like out there looking, like slanging the streets, looking for this stuff like on eBay and all these different things, because I love this color so much. I value it, and I wished MAC would bring it back. If they did, I'd probably buy all of them out because I just love it that much. So again, I digress. Today's tutorial of my eyeshadow look is based off of just how I do my eyeshadow. And I do this pretty much with every color that I ever put on my eye, whether it's yellows, browns, golds, pinks, purples. I do the kind of same technique. So this look is going to be the same, just with different colors. I'm going to do my natural everyday like hues, but then I'm going to throw this on my lid just because I wanted to play with it. And you know, you're my favorite. Yes, you are. Oh, I love her so much. So, Pink Bronze by MAC Loose Pigment. It's amazing. Please, MAC, if you hear my plea, if you do nothing else in life, will you please just hear my plea? Please bring back this pigment. It's so beautiful. Even if it's limited edition, just bring it back for your girl. Anyways, moving on. So I'm going to do my eyeshadow today. I'm halfway done up. I'm in my robe, and my hair's not done yet because I'm gonna get ready, and then I'll get dressed and all that stuff. But I just thought, you know, I'm gonna Mrs. Roper this situation and get ready in my robe again and then move on. So that was like 12.5 minutes of just non-stop talking about nothing really, but of importance anyways. So here we go. I'm gonna start by priming my eyes, as I always do, because you know how she feels about primer. Okay, eyes are primed. I'm going to just, because I wanted to keep this all in one palette, so I'm not like dipping in 17 different palettes, I was going through my drawer full of palettes and I found this one. It's Morphe's Talking Flirty. Oops, hello. It's 18F Talking Flirty. I thought, oh, that's cute. And these are what the shadows look like inside. So it's got a pretty mixture of pinks and browns and earth tones, so nudes, I guess. So I said I'm going to use this palette and then blend it with my pink bronze. So I'm going to start by just doing a transition color. Now I have hooded lids. I really do. And so with eyeshadow for me, I take the transition color, which is just a soft natural color that's going to help pull all the other colors together naturally. Like it's going to soften and make it blendable and smooth. So I usually do a soft color like this one right here, right there. So I'm going to take that with a fluffy brush, and I believe pretty much everybody knows now what a blendable eyeshadow brush is, but it looks like if you take a cat's tail and you pull it all the way to the tip, you get this soft little fluffy tip. And the longer and bigger these fluffy brushes are, so if they look, oh, I'm embarrassed, this one's dirty because my grandkids were playing with it, my bronzer. So if it looks like this, the more large the eyeshadow brush is like that, the more softer that blend is gonna look. It's gonna look more blended out, more faded out, if you will. So this one is the medium one. So I'm gonna take that one and that color. And then I just start by the very corner right here where this space right here, where the end of your eye and the end of your brow kind of meet. Unless your brows are crazy, then it's a whole different rule, just the end of your eye. And I just kind of go up. So for me, because I have hooded, I start a little higher. I start on the brow, almost the brow bone area. But if you have larger, deep set eyes, you guys usually have like a large lid space, you'll take it in that crease of your eye. But for me, if I open my eyes, see, like you can't see that color anymore. So I usually just start a little higher. And I just take it, I place that color, and then I start windshield wipers. Just going back and forth softly. You don't have to do it aggressively. Your eyes are the thinnest skin on your face, so you just want to be gentle. And I just, you know, little circles all around, just basically buffing it out. Like Danielson, wax on, wax off, but with the brush, softly, and back and forth. Paint the fence, but horizontally. So yeah, so I just do that on both sides. So this just gives me a really soft transition color. So as you can see, it's not bold, it's not crazy looking, it's just soft. And then because I have OCD, I just kind of look and see like, where is it? Is it even-ish? And then I go in with a little bit deeper shade. So I'm actually going to go in with this one right here. These have names. I know that was expensive to make. If I ever make my own makeup line, guaranteed it'll be modeled after this pink bronze right here. I'll make the whole line around this because it's so gorgeous. So anyways, I took that darker color and then I'm going to, right below where I placed the transition color, I'm going to place this. So right here in this corner, almost like where you would do a wing line, I just kind of pop it. This is also kind of like this, the windshield motion, but I'm doing V's instead. So I start off by going up V, down V, up V, down V. So just, and you can, almost like you're using an eraser, you're smudging it out. And then you can do circles if you want. That's what I do, because she requested how I do it. God love you, M.A.C. I love you, M.A.C. Do the same again for this eye. So I'm doing a V. I don't know why I'm being so aggressive with that eye. Jeez. Okay. So, oh, see, she's starting to take shape. Now, the next one I do, I tend to wait to put the darker color down till after I put the lid part down. So you can do this two different ways. Some people like to go back in and put concealer right there or put another glitter glue or whatever right there so the eyeshadow will stick more. I'm not that fancy just because I just don't necessarily do it. I've never have. I guess I've always just kind of patted it in because I wanted it to be softer. So hello, love. Hi, how you doing? I use a flat brush for this. So this brush is, you see how it's flat and short, and the bristles are very dense. That means it's gonna pick up powder, but it's gonna pack it and place it where it needs to be. It's not gonna hold all that powder inside the bristles. So I just take my color, and then I just gently start patting it on the lid. A moment of silence, please. Shh, don't talk. How pretty she is! This color is so amazing. I'm telling you, M.A.C. Somebody get them on the phone. Somebody get them on the phone. Now, right here, you could put a bunch more product on and then just really get a bold look. I usually pack the first couple down and then start sweeping up on my eyelid just to blend it out, to soften that look. And don't worry about it going into these other colors because you're gonna fix that. So then I take another brush full and I start packing again just to bold it up a little bit more. I don't know why I talk like I'm just to bold it up a little bit more. I don't know why I do that. Okay. Just to make it look more bold. I need Rosetta Stone for myself. Okay, so see, very light, very subtle. Again, if you wanted to go crazy, you could put more on, or you could put the glitter glue down and it'll hold it more. But here I'm just placing it and packing it. Now you can do this with any color you want. It could be a matte color. You can pack it right there because you want this piece right here to be the statement of the eye. You want this part to pop more than the rest. This is all blended out and faded for a reason, but this is the star of the show. These colors right here. So whether it's a matte white or a matte neutral color or another glitter color, any color that you do, if you're doing it in this style, this is your star of your show. This is the real estate that matters the most right here. Right here. Because you want this color to be like, oh girl, what is that color? It's pink bronze, girl. Don't worry, it's exclusive and you can't get it anymore because M.A.C hates us. I know I'm a child. I'm a toddler. But look how pretty she is. Trust me. And if you use your finger, it even gets more gorge. But I'm not trying to be out in these streets blinding people. Oh, she's so pretty, girl. Damn it, she's pretty. Okay. So now that I have my base, like the star of the show on, I'm just going to go back and tell her sisters to act right. So I'm going to get that soft color, the first one I started with. I'm going to blend it just to soften these edges. I take that darker color, the second darker color, and I just go back over again. Now really I could stop there. And I know something I actually forgot to do is I usually do a soft highlight right here before I go back in and fix the colors, because when you blend it, you can include it. So I just put a lighter color. If you're have very mature skin and you're like, I can't wear glitter, glitter's not for me, shimmer's not for me, but you really want to wear shimmer and you're afraid that it's going to show all your wrinkles or whatever, then this is your showpiece up here. You get a little bit of shimmer here in your eye bone and it helps bring that illusion of your eyebrow up, but it's not all over the place to where you can show your wrinkles. I guess that's what people used to always, I don't want my wrinkles to show. Okay, well, let's give you the shimmer you want, but just in a little different place. You can put highlighter there also if you want to go full drama. I don't really necessarily want to go full drama, but it's your prerogative. It's your prerogative. Can you tell I've been off my meds? ADHD. I'm gonna go in for the corner piece. I'm going to do this beautiful, it's like a burgundy brown right there. You can stop here if you want, because this is really pretty already. You could stop there and be like, I'm calling it a day. But you all know she's the queen of drama when it comes to this. So I'm like, no, why would I stop there? So I'm gonna take a little bit of a smaller fluffy brush just to show you the difference. You can see the size are completely different. So I'm just taking a little bit smaller one and I put some on there. Not too much, I don't need a lot, just a smidge. I'm gonna take it in that corner again, and then I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth with it softly. And do little V's, little tiny V's, lowercase V's, if you will. And get a little bit more until your desired drama is there. And I'm just softening it up. But do you see how it gives it just a little bit more drama? A little bit more. If you're watching this and you're like, that's not how I would do it, make it your own. I'm just showing you how I do it, and I just kind of soften it up again to blend it all together, just sweeping it all around. Now I'm going to go into eyeliner, so let me do that. Hey, hello. So I zoomed you in for eyeliner, but I want to say this first. If you are the type of person that struggles with liquid eyeliner or struggles to make that wing, there are so many gadgets out there nowadays that can help you. I'll insert a copy of something I saw, a picture of something I saw recently that it's been out for a while. You can use that to create a wing. You can use that little device. But I always recommend, like, if you're just learning the winged eyeliner effect, the best way, in my opinion, I always start with an angled brush, any kind of small angled brush, or even they have the liner brush, a lot of liner brushes out there, and a gel pot, like the black gels or brown gels, whatever you're into. Or even with a pencil, like if you can get a creamy eyeliner pencil, and then you can just smudge it with the line, like you just take the line and you just kind of drag it out. You can place it right here and then drag it out. I use liquid because it's just, I always have them very quick at it, but I understand there's a lot of people out there that are beginners. I even saw that nowadays they're just put the creamy eyeliner right here, just draw it on real fast and then take your nail and drag it out, and it makes the perfect wing. There's so many different ways you can do it. Don't let it stress you out. It's just eyeliner. It's just eyeliner. Do it whatever's fun for you. You can even make it messy. You could take a Q-tip and some makeup remover, micellar water, and then take it in underneath and clean it up like that. I mean, there's so many different ways that it can be done. It's just makeup. Have fun with it. Keep practicing. And if you don't get it at first, keep practicing. Just keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. And you'll finally get a flow that's like, oh, this is not as hard as I thought. I just overthought it. A lot of people just overthink it. Like that, I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm not sure what the placement is. Don't overthink it. I'm doing liquid eyeliner, so I gotta use my mirror. If you can see, I start here in the corner and I just kind of wing up, I point it towards my eyebrow. If your eyebrows are shorter, again, kind of just do what you feel is right. And then I just drag it to the center, or drag it, I guess, a quarter way. And then I just use my liner and kind of fill in those gaps. Because I have wrinkly lids, and then I just color it in. Not that serious. I just use that little thing to color it on in. Then I just kind of start tracing a little bit larger just to kind of even out those lumps. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I want it a little bit longer, so I'll pull it there. Either way, it's not that serious. I really do recommend starting with, if you're practicing or beginning, the gel pots. That's my best advice. Or the pencil, the creamy pencil. I'm using, because everybody thinks I'm this bougie bitch, right? I like a lot of fancy things, but I am one of the most frugal friends. I'm so cheap when it comes to certain things. And I think if something works amazing and it's costs less, I use it. I've been using this little E.L.F. liquid eyeliner for probably the last 5 years. I love this little, it cost me $3, I think, maybe 5. And I've had all of the expensive ones. Kat Von D has a really nice one that has the tattoo liner. I like that one too. But again, that one's like 30 bucks. And I go through makeup so fast because I'm always playing in it that I just can't justify spending $1 million on eyeliner. Okay, and I just want to point this out too. They're not even, but I'm not over here like, oh, people will sit at this point in their life and they will lose their absolute mind going, it's not even. Like this one's a little lower, this one goes, I don't care. Like for me, because I'm going to do more stuff to my face, they're not going to focus on, her shit's 1/3 of a millimeter off on that side. It's awful. No, they're just going to see the Monet of it, right? The full-on Monet. Back and beautiful, but when they get all up close and in your shit, yeah, they're going to see all the imperfections. It's not that serious. If you're trying to be a competition makeup artist, then it's serious. Then you better get your shit right. But I feel like we're not all out there trying to do runway, okay? So let's just give ourselves some grace. These are crooked, they're not perfect, and I'm okay with that. And I'm moving on. Got it? Love yourself. I swear every time I film, I go off on a soapbox. Okay, that was my soapbox for the day. Now I'm going to tightline my top and bottom. I'm gonna do the waterline, and I'm just using a Maybelline water resistant eyeliner because that means it's gonna set and stay once you place it. So I just line, you can use any color you want in this color right here. If you're wanting to brighten the eyes, and I don't know why I go all chainsaw massacre on my eyes, I pull them all the way down. I use black because I want to create more of an exotic look. If you want to brighten up your look and make it more doe-eyed and give yourself a more open look, use the white eyeliner. If you want to do a combination of both, use the tan, like your neutral nude color eyeliner. And you can do whatever you want. I could throw pink in here if I wanted. I could do browns if you wanted. I'll give you an example of white versus nude. That way you can kind of see the options. Okay, I'm using black, but this is, if you wanted to use, there's white, and then you see how this one's more flesh tone, it's more of a nude color. You can use either one of those and it'll give you more of an open, bright-eyed look. I just personally love the black, so I'm tight lining and water lining with black. It's just the look I'm going for today. Okay, I'm gonna curl my lashes, and I get this question a lot about curling your lashes. People are terrified to curl their lashes, which I totally get, because if you pinched your lid ever, you know how pain, you know that pain. So how you would do it to where it's not as painful for you, or not painful at all, is you want to put, gather all your lashes in there, set it on your lid, just let it sit there. Now lightly close it, don't pinch it, just lightly close it, and you can start to feel where it's at on your skin. Walk it out a little, walk it out like a centimeter or millimeter, whatever. Just keep walking it out until you feel like it's not pinching your skin. Once you can tell it's not pinching your skin anymore, then you grip it. Don't ever just go in and place it and grip it, because I guarantee you might have skin in there. You always want to set it first, then start like lightly closing it to see, is it touching my skin? Is it, and then pulling it out just a tiny bit at a time. And then you do it. So I put all my lashes in, I set it, and then I lightly just start to be like, okay, oh, see, there's skin. So then I'm pulling it away a little bit. There's not skin. So then I pinch. Again, this takes practice too, because, and you always want to release, then pull, not pull. Because I've seen people pull out their lashes before because they forgot to let go. They just get so nervous at that moment that they're pinching, and then they're like, okay, I'm done. And they pull. And I'm like, oh shit, they just pulled out like 16 of their lashes. So always pinch, and then when you're done, release and let go. Again, I know that sounds like it would be something natural, but I've seen it time and time again. I ended up just, in the beginning, when I worked at different stores, depending on who the company were, they were like, do not curl their lashes, let them do it. And some companies were like, you need to do it because you're the professional. So I'm very comfortable with curling people's lashes, but not everybody likes you doing that for them. So some people want to do it themselves so they have that control. Totally get it. Just practice with that so you can get that down. I bought some new mascara, but I think I left it out there, so I'm still going to use my old trusty dusty. I had bought the new Panoramic, the L'Oreal Panorama mascara, and I'm excited to try it, but today I'm just using my Maybelline Old Reliable, because I'm going to be putting lashes on. This is the Maybelline Firework, Lash Sensational Firework. I don't put my bottom lashes on until I put my other stuff on. So for brows though, I use a brow gel. This can be done with however you want. If you have pomade, if you have the NYX glue, there's so many different things you can do. I like this brow gel by Benefit because it's the 24-hour brow setter. It really sets. So I start off by doing like the faux laminated. I push all my all my brows up, and it looks crazy like that, and it starts to set. But before it gets really set, I take the flat side of it, and then I just start to carve out a brow, like a brow shape. This is where I've been like trying to do thinner lately. And then I just kind of go through and play with it real quick before it sets. And then just, sometimes you might need a little more because you've been messing with it. Brows are very personal, and brows are different for everybody. So this is really, I guess, a choice for you to make, how you want your brows to look or what you think looks good. As a brow artist, when I would do people's brows, you measure out. Like you go in and you start mapping out their eye, and you make the perfect brow for their face shape. Because it's not one brow fits all. I went and I studied with Kelly Baker Brows in Los Angeles when I wanted to be a brow artist, because she has the most natural, beautiful brows, like the way she does them. She does all the Kardashians. She does pretty much everybody famous in Hollywood. She's doing their brows. So I went and studied under her, and I, went to one of her things, and I loved it. Then I just go in with a brow pencil. This one's a little darker than the other ones I use, but again, I tend to leave a lot of shit in my other room where I get ready sometimes, and so I'm just filling in the gaps today. I'm not gonna go crazy like I normally do. I usually start by underlining like this and then kind of carving out the bottom with color. But I'm just filling in my gaps. So yeah, I'm just trying to create a little soft brow today because, again, I want my eyes to be the star of the show. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to put on my foundation and the rest of my face, and I'll come back and I'll finish with my eyes. So please hold. So now that I kind of got my face all on and done did, I'm going to finish out my eyes. So I don't have any body mascara on, and I want to still kind of smoky out that eye a little bit more underneath. So I usually take either the angled brush that I was talking about for eyeliner, And I'm gonna take this color here again that I was using earlier for the outer corner part. And I'm going to kind of mix it with that little darker part, and I'm going to squint my eyes, because when you squint your eyes, it lifts up your lid from the bottom. When you go like this, it doesn't do much. When you squint, it lifts that up. So I always squint, and then I kind of just make sure it's all lifted up. I'm just lining underneath my eye. It doesn't matter if it's like, oh, that's too thick. No, because you want it to be a little thicker than a thin line. Does that make sense? So I don't really worry about it falling or transitioning, because I use a setting spray afterwards, and it works really well. So the final thing with eyeshadow that I do is I take a highlighter usually, and the whiter the highlighter, the better. So this is an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. It's old school. This is the Aurora. I use this middle one right here, and it's white. It's like a really pretty crystal white, and I just place that in the corner. Little baby circles. A lady came to my house when I was 18 years old. She was with Mary Kay. And she showed me about this inner corner sparkle, and I've done it ever since. So for a lot of years, I've done this. And I think it's beautiful. You don't have to do this part if you don't want the inner corner all sparkly. I've always done it. And this is what I was talking about. If you wanted to highlight this bone up here, you can just do a little shimmer up there, and it kind of makes the eye pop there too, if you want to do that. I don't necessarily do that part. I just did it to show you. Okay, so then I'm going to put some mascara on the bottom, and then I'm done with my eyes. I would put eyelashes on, but not everybody's going to wear lashes, so I don't want to overwhelm you. Sorry that I sniffle. I'm going to put them on off camera is what I'm saying. So you could stop here, curl your lashes again if you'd like. Just be very gentle so they stand up more. I'm going to put lashes on, and then I'll be back with the final. Okay, so this is it for the eyes. I've completed the eye look. All I did, I hope that I gave you enough step-by-step instructions on how I do it. I did throw on some lashes. These lashes are from a line that I created during COVID. So that's, again, a story for another day. I've got lots of stories that are going to go on from here to the eternity of time, I feel like. But yeah, so I just threw on some lashes, and I completed the eye look. And I'm telling you, that pink bronze, let me just zoom you right back in. Oh, look how pretty she is. I love her so much. So let me zoom you back out. So again, I've completed the look, and yeah, I hope you enjoy watching me do my eyes. If you have any questions, again, leave comments below, or, you know, whatever. But this one was for you, Mick. So I love y'all, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. Bye.